Hey, what's up, fam? Today we're gonna do some BFS testing, BFS Reel testing. We are playing with the Tsurinoya Dark Wolf, and this is not my first time taking this out. I already released a video throwing this guy here. This is an Angry Bird frog. This is very light, 5.1, depending on which frog I'm weighing. And I'm not gonna spend too much time throwing this lure today. You guys can watch the video over there. And the reason why I actually did this kind of backwards, did a fishing trip, then a cast test, is because the stock bearings were caked in grease, thick grease, and it wasn't casting well that morning. And right now, after after getting rid of some of those grease, I do cast a lot better. I just need to get rid of some of these knots here, wind knots. I have no idea what happened here, but yeah, in fact, let's talk about the setup before we go into casting. We'll cast various size lures today. Obviously, I'll do a few casts here just to show you guys the Angry Bird out there. But I have 10-pound braid, so it's thin stuff. Probably the first time using braid on here, so, on any BFS setup. We'll see how far we cast some of these lures, my normal, typical lures, and I do have some, heavier lures. As you see, that frog is 5. I think I have a couple of stick baits in my backpack. And then my rod here is Dexterity from Tsurinoya as well. This is the C63-2 Ultralight. It's a 6 foot 3 inches, rated 2 to 6 pound test line, and weight for lures is going to be 0.6 to 8 grams. This is a relatively stiff rod, so it does sling lures pretty far. So let's get to it. So we're gonna cast this lure out now that the grease is kind of fixed, and I guess I'll leave this at, let's try 3.5 breaks. Let's adjust the camera and let's see if we can catch some bass over there. That's a soft cast, pretty good. But let me just wobble this for a second because I did fish for all day yesterday, not yesterday, the other day. So there's still no play there. You guys definitely want to check your tension knob after each trip because it does loosen up a little bit, especially if you're gonna tune your bait caster my style, where I put the tension as low as possible and just rely on the brakes. You definitely need to check it out all the time to ensure that there is no play. But so far you can see it's cast pretty far. Let's turn this way and do one more cast, and we're gonna change lures because I already played around with this lure already. You guys check out the video on top right hand corner. I did a ultralight bait casting challenge, fishing for snakeheads using a hollow body frog or Angry Bird, and yeah, that was very fun. So yeah, this I would say that's acceptable distance for stock bearings. They have the Japanese style, the NMB. I guess that stands for nano micro bearings or something. I have no idea, but NMB. Gosh, I never remember these acronyms, but it's basically a Japanese bearings, high quality. But you gotta still use micro bearings, or you gotta use ceramic hybrid bearings for the best BFS experience. So I talked to Tsurinoya, and I think there's a little communication gap, but it's slow. I mean, not the working things out is slow, but they are responding every single day since I reached out to them. I sent a video and some photos. Hopefully they'll replace that pin that's bent on the spool because I can't take those bearings out. But let's change lures. We're gonna change to something else, more fun. All right, we're gonna try something new. This is my smallest stick bait ever from Tsurinoya. I mean, we have the whole Tsurinoya outfit other than Tsurinoya braid line. That's actually Cabela's. But let's take a look at this. This is 3.1 grams, pretty darn cool. I was recommended by one of my subs, Gizmo. Thanks, dude. This thing actually looks pretty good. Can't wait to throw this. He said you basically launch this guy pretty darn far. So 2 treble hooks. Let's take a look at it. Man, look at that paint job. Bluegill style. Tsurinoya on top. Looks mighty sharp hooks right there. Okay. I got my pliers, so it's good to go. Let me tie this on and let's wing it out there. Man, this thing looks pretty cool, but one problem that already happened is, and it always happens with stick baits, is that the leading hook always get tangled with the line. So hopefully it's not the case after I cast it out, because that would suck. Let's see, let's just cast straight out there. And it went to the left. You know what that means when the lure goes to your left when you cast out? That means the lure is too light. Huh, but wow, you guys, I don't know if you guys see that. I gotta bring it in closer, but that thing walks like a champ. All right, let me bring it in first. I already got the weeds on it, so I probably need to pick it up and we'll walk to another spot. But yeah, it was walking pretty darn far. I need to probably cast it right here. Here, I'll cast it this way. It's just short lob, so I don't pick up any stuff. And yes, it's still going to the left a little bit. I think Oh, geez, there's a lot of stuff here. Maybe I should go on that side because the wind is blowing towards this side. And I'll give you guys a better look at this walking style because it's actually pretty cool. But I gotta say, right now, I think the lure is flying out more to the left. That means the spool is not spinning that great. All right, so I'm adjusting to my casting style right now. My accuracy may not be the best at the moment, but that thing is walking. Oh yeah, left, right, left, right. This would be so much fun catching like smallmouth bass or something like that in some of these small streams. Imagine me catching a top water trout. That would be amazing. That would be a dream come true. Oh man, this is a nice bank. I'm seeing all this stuff here and I don't want to walk past it and not cast into it, but you know, my casting is not that great right now with this setup. The lure is light, the reel is new. You know, it's not performing the way I want it to perform. It's not that accurate. I want to go to my car right now and swap over to my Zephyr because I upgraded that baddie to ceramic hybrid bearings, and I can't wait to take it out and throw it. But yeah, guys, sometimes bearings, again, it's not about casting distance. It's about how easy the lures could come out, especially in the ultralight world. And you just need that, you know, especially when you're trying to cast these lures, light lures out. And right now I am not having fun with the treble hook. It's picking up everything. Here's what we do. We're gonna walk close to that thing right there, do a few casts, just to show you guys the casting distance. And then we could, you know, change lures because I like using the water fountain. The water fountain has been my go-to to figure out, you know, how far things are at or not. But man, this thing walks pretty good. I can't imagine if I stumble upon some bait, some school of bass, you know, they'll probably destroy it just like that. I thought something was chasing behind it. All right, so let it spit it out. Perfect. I didn't want to deal with it. Sometimes you just let it spit it out. Don't need to take it out the water. But that was first fish of the day. Okay, fam, we're gonna do this right here. We'll stand right here. All right. You hear that? I don't know if you hear it. Once in a while you hear like a I think that's how the brake sounds from this reel, but it sounds interesting. Let's just say it sounds interesting. I was wondering if it spins too fast and the magnet just kicks in like that. Sounds like something's hitting it. Let me try casting hard again. Hold on. Listen to this, guys. All right, there's no sound this time. And that went 90% of the way. And sometimes I gotta admit, you know, I stand in a different position, 90% from here and over there is two different things. So you don't want to compare that from a different video. This is probably the shortest distance from me to the water fountain. I heard it again a little bit, and there was a little backlash. I think I hear it when it has a backlash. So it kind of cast it short. That was probably like 60% of the way. I'm just gonna reel in because I'm not trying to fish something right now because I'm about to change lure. But wow, this lure just flies out there like maybe it's a weight chamber system in there. That was like 85, maybe close to 90% of the way towards the water fountain. I am impressed with this lure. In regards to this reel, at least it casts that far with something this big and bulky, right? Now, I bet you if I put on my 1/8 ounce jerkbait, it's probably not gonna do too well, not gonna be doing too hot. So why don't we switch to that? I do have one right here. I have the Euro Tackle, their Z Spender. So let me put that on and see how it goes. So here we go. The most sexiest micro jerkbait in the world. I mean, look at this paint job. The Euro Tackle Z Spender, 1/8 ounce. Let's go. Now, first cast, leave it at 3.5. And I might start making it lower. And again, it's going to the left. I think, yeah, I'm looking at my stance right now. My stance is pretty good. It's going to the left. So I feel like there's something with this spool is being restricted. So there's a couple things I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna start over with my tension knob for a second, loosen it up. All right, there's a little clickety clack. There's still clickety clack. Okay. I think it's okay. I think I might have over tightened it last time. Let's see. Oh, now it's going out fast, and I guess it works. See this right here? These are the fluffs I'm telling you guys about, man. Those bird fluffs. Those big Canadian geese You know, they're shedding their baby fluffs and coming out with their main feathers, and it's been a nightmare for snakehead fishing with braid. It always gets stuck. All right, let's see. Oh, some backlash now, but it is going straighter. It only went left because of backlash, so I kind of expected. So we got jack to break up a little bit. One more click closer to 4. So it's like 2 clicks underneath 4. Let me jack this thing back in. Looks like I got tangled anyway. Nope, it's actually good to go. Get my stance right. It backlashed a little bit. But you know, kind of expected, because most of my BFS reels and rods, I can't really cast that far with the jerk bait anyway. Like I said, this type of jerk bait doesn't have the weight chamber system where it allow it to cast super far distance. But you know, it's still acceptable distance. I gotta say, you definitely need bearings if you want to throw jerk baits with this Dark Wolf. So one more cast, because I did get a knot. So I'm gonna clear out the knot. But that distance right there, if I gotta say it, it's about 60%. Oh, I found it. Here we go. Let me fix this guy, and then we'll go on to the next lure. I'm gonna keep this one short. All right, we're gonna throw the best spoon ever sold on AliExpress, okay? The Yappa does. And if I'm wrong, guys, tell me I'm wrong. Leave me a comment below. Tell me that there's better spoons out there. But Lureland, the CU04, this is 2.8 grams. One of my favorite spoon size, design, single hook, perfect for BFS fishing. And this should fly a mile, even with my nasty tag end that I did not cut off my line because I'm lazy, because it's getting a little sticky out here. My body has not adjusted to this humidity yet, because it's been, you know, just early summer. So, let's see. I'm gonna jack this thing back down to 3.5. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's cast, first cast, roll cast. See, now with something that compact, without any resistance and anything like that, it does go pretty straight, as expected, because a spoon, you know, it's again compact, heavy material. It's gonna usually fly straight out, no doubt about that. And I actually did a light cast, so let's not count that. Let's wing it harder. Went a little bit to the left, and let me check my stance. Yeah, I went a little bit to the left, so I still feel that it's likely, you know, being restricted a little bit by the bearing grease or stock bearings, but it went far. This actually went maybe 90–95%. Probably the closest so far to the water fountain standing at this distance, as expected. If you don't get that far, oh, I couldn't see that one, but I think it landed, yeah, it landed right into the closest ring right there where all the splashes are at. But I was thinking this 4th of July, I'll buy a little bit more expensive hard drive. Right now, I'm not even running SSD other than my OS drive. And hopefully I can do these better editing videos for you guys. Because someone told me to, and it was a great suggestion. And I think the Reel Test also do it. And that is put a little arrow or a little circle where the lure lands, so you guys can actually see you know, at least something on video. But yeah, so far, I think this lure actually goes left just a little bit. The wind is blowing to the right, which, you know, I'm not compensating. But yeah, that's to the left right there, I can see it. That was 85–90%. Very good. Very good, very, very, very good. I'm not gonna waste the rest of the time casting this, so one last cast with the sun out, just in case. Maybe I'll get a better cast here and you guys can see where it lands. Okay, exactly where the water fountain is at, well, it's centered to it, I can see it. I say that was like 90% of the way. Now guys, I know there's a few bluegills right there on those beds there, so I'm gonna throw the spoon out there just to see what's going on. All right, I'm gonna walk over there, get him, and I'm gonna throw him back right on his bed. And that's not a bluegill, holy smokes, that is a pumpkin seed or something. Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's a beast. All right, I gotta take a photo of this baddie. But man, oh man. Look at this, this thing is chunky. Is this a raWr pumpkin? Oh, I think it's a pumpkin seed. Look at that beauty. Holy smokes. Oh my Lord. All right, let me take a photo of this, because this is a collectible. So yeah guys, this spoon does really great. I love it on this reel so far. This is probably the first cast I've done so far without any upgrade to the bearings. So spoons it is, it's a champion. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, I guess I'll throw my #1 favorite thing, which is I gotta find a jig head. Oh, no, actually, I'm gonna do this. The micro stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let me take this thing off here. But the Z-Viber is 1/16 ounce. And that's gonna be a challenge throwing on this rod and reel setup because again, it's stock bearings with stock grease. I haven't had a chance to take it out yet. But this is a tiny ice fishing jig, 1/16 ounce or 1.8 grams. So let's tie it on. All right, so adjust the camera. This time I tied this lure on. I did trim everything, but as we know, this guy's a light lure, so I gotta do my best. And yeah, make sure there's not extra drag. Oh crap, it went all the way to the left. So I'm pointing straight right here, okay? The lure landed over there. It's going to the left. As expected, any lures that's just super light, what happened is, if you're right-hand casting, you're casting this way, it's gonna go that way. So let me try to readjust my casting style. And it backlashed like crazy on 3.5. So let's jack the brakes up to around 4-ish, but I have a feeling it's not gonna go that far. I mean, I'm looking at there, it's probably like 40% of the way only before it backlashed. It went left a little bit, but it's like 45% with minor backlash. It was not really a backlash, it was kind of just went out and went back in. I didn't really even touch the spool. The line that was smacking my fingers kind of slowed down itself. Okay, that's exactly in front of me now. I kind of got the cast on point. And I would say that's between 40 and 45%. It's very short, so I'm not gonna spend too much time doing this, but I'm trying to do an overhand cast. And overhand cast, of course, my timing is terrible, so it's like 40%, maybe less than that, probably 35. Okay, guys, the bread and butter, Euro Tackle, their soft lock jig, 1.8 grams or 16th ounce, plus their B-Vibe, the 2-inch finesse swim bait, very thin stuff. And when I weigh these stuff together, it's usually like a 2.6 or 2.8. I think sometimes there's discrepancies on the plastic, or sometimes I have a different size hook. This is a size 4 hook, and sometimes I use a size 6 hook, and that does make a little difference on the grams, I guess. But anyway, this is my bread and butter. Been using for about over a year now. Love it. So let's throw it. Okay, that is backlashy. Let me just see what happened. I think the line was kind of funky, so let me just redo this cast. I'm also putting at 3.5 instead. So let's stand my stance properly. And a backlash. Unexpected backlash on a 3.5. Wind is blowing to the right, barely at the moment. You guys can see the trees are not wavy. So I guess I'll jack it up to, I don't know, 1 click. 2 clicks before 4, and we'll try again. And once in a while, I get this tangle. Did they say there's no tangles on this tip? Guys, I don't remember if they say there's no tangles on this type of rod tip. Yeah, this is one of those tips where they say there's no tangles. But guess what? It's tangling. I guess it doesn't count when it comes to thin line or, braided line. But I got it. Got out very quick. I don't think there's any true rod tips guide that will prevent you from having that little wrap around and knot yourself, one overhand knot onto the rod. And look, it did it again. Holy smokes. All right, let's redo this. Backlash again. So guys, very unexpected. I expected this guide not to backlash because it's my bread and butter weight that I've been using for all my other reels. And I'm just constantly backlashing with the Dark Wolf, which is surprising. I don't know what's going on. Okay, the wind is blowing towards me now. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I feel the breeze coming towards me. And it's going to the left. What the heck? All right. Let's double check a couple more things. My stance is correct. I'm looking at my stance. My rod's a little bit to the left, but that shouldn't make a big deal. It's really my casting. Yeah, I'm not using an underhand roll cast. I'm actually slinging to the right and left. Oh, I was just swinging back and forth and I got a hit. But no fish on, no fish on. All right, I think I might have gotten this already, but I think Yeah, I gotta thumb this. It's gonna over spool, but that right there, I think it was close to like between 65 to 75%. So let me do it one more time so I can actually gauge. I was actually focused on my spool entire time. Oh, it's going to the left, but that is 70% of the way. Let's try one more time. Yeah, this is backlashing, so it's decreasing my casting distance. I don't know, guys. I think, you know, I might just take the spool out, take the other bearing out, and just flush the crap out of it. Even though the bearings, I can't remove it from the spool, I guess I can still flush it with some mild soap rather than, you know, my other chemicals. Warm water and some dish detergent should do it. The only problem that I have is, you know, what the heck I'm gonna do with that spool pin, because I really want to upgrade this to my ceramic hybrid bearings, which I have. If I haven't mentioned it already, this should be the same as a Zephyr and the GH100. So it takes a 5x10x3 and, no, I'm sorry, 5x10x4 and a 3x10x4. So you guys need to stock that up if you guys want it for this reel or the Zephyr. That was a bite. Or you know, GH100 or any of the GH100 100 variants. So guys, casting this is really interesting, especially on braided line. I'm more of a mono guy, but you know, people have been telling me to use some braided line, but the 10 pound is the thinnest I can get right now with the COVID-19. Logistics kind of hit pretty hard. Every store has nothing. Cabela's, for some reason, no one cared about 10 pound braided line, so that's all I got. But what pound braid do you guys use for your BFS stuff? So far, you know, I think this lure right here it's not casting the way I want it, but it is what it is. Last cast and backlashed. All right, well, let's wrap this up and let's do a little chat, shall we? All right, fam, this is pretty much expected out of the box that this reel here is not gonna perform 100% good. Even though everything is smoother than a GH100. In fact, it is better than a GH100 out of the box. Right now, I think the Spirit Fox would have done better. Actually, no, I do know. The Spirit Fox did better than this reel here, and the Cast King Zephyr did so much better than this reel out of the box. I think Cast King knocked it out the ballpark. I still don't know what bearings they use, but I know they use the NMB bearings from Japan. For the Dark Wolf, but you know, they cake the crap out of it, so it's not that great. Even though I took this reel out to cast 1,000 times using you know, the Angry Bird, I think it's still restricting my casting capabilities. As you saw, most of my right hand casting, the lure went to the left, even though wind is blowing from the left to the right. So yeah, that was pretty bad. And then my 1/16th ounce lure, the Z-Vibe, I could not get out far compared to, you know, my Zephyr, or you know, even the GH100 upgraded, it was pretty much far. But GH100 out of box, you know, this guy definitely beat it out of box. I've heard from a couple of my viewers saying that they're able to take the pins out of their spool. So guys, this is only a one-off where it had issues. So don't be afraid to buy this reel if you guys want it. I am pretty confident that this reel, if you upgrade the bearings, it'll be really good. The only thing is, compared to my other BFS reel, this is actually a slower reel. I had some problems with it, I guess, frog fishing, but you know, fishing in small little ponds like these for panfish, maybe some trout, slower moving water, I don't think it's gonna be a big problem. But overall, I like the faster speed, just personal preference. So it's something you guys may want to keep in mind when buying this reel. It's definitely slower. And then you guys probably want to hear this. Yes, the drag is pretty much no clicker, because some folks ask if there's a clicker, and also it feels smooth. The drag feels smooth. Feels dry. Carbon disc drags. Washer could run dry. You could put the grease on it if you want to make it sound better. But I remember the first time I took the GH100, it was like super dry. Like maybe they did put some grease in here. I didn't open it up. I can't really say, but it kind of fused like GH100. But the GH100 one, it was like sandpaper. But everything on GH100 right now is good after I took it apart. You know, put some internal grease and everything. But anyway, enough about GH100. This reel out of the box is better than GH100. I don't know about the braking though. I had some issue with the braking. So far, talking to Tsurinoya on AliExpress, it's pretty pleasant. They respond every evening when I check, because you know the time gap difference. The only thing was probably communication issue, just a little bit, but they speak pretty good English, and they can actually see YouTube videos, so they're watching my YouTube videos that I gave examples to. So hopefully they get it to their tech folks, and they'll be like, hey, yeah, it's our fault, bad pin. Here you go, Jimbo. You can have a new spool. But I don't know. We'll see. You guys definitely want to stay tuned for that. But for those who already have the reel and they have a good spool pin, the bearings you guys need will be a 5x10x4 and a 3x10x4. Same as a GH100 and a casting Zephyr. So make sure you guys get out there, get the micro bearings or the ceramic hybrid bearings, whatever bearings you guys want now before, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a shortage, just like, you know, fishing tackle in the tackle industry right now for any stores or online. It's pretty much terrible. So buy up what you need. If you guys are interested in BFS, bearings are really, really, really important when you guys go BFS fishing. But anyway, guys, I don't want to spend too much time with this. I want to play with my other rod and reel setup, which is the Zephyr. I did upgrade that to ceramic hybrid bearings. So I'm gonna go to my car and swap setup and go have some fun before the thunderstorm rolls through. I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my next video, but I am looking forward to more snakehead fishing, so heavy duty stuff. But if you want to see more BFS fishing, you guys gotta leave me a comment below, smash the like button, tell me you guys want to see more of that stuff so I can carve my time properly. You know, being a dad and everything, I don't have much time these days, so whatever you guys want to watch, you know, I'm happy to do what you guys want to see. So just leave me a comment below.